What is up, everybody? Sean Sheehan here, joined today by Ian Garry, who fights this Saturday on Cage Warriors 119. Ian, it's what day have we? Thursday. You're getting close.
Thursday.
You're getting close now. It's funny. I was talking to you during the week, and we were kind of talking a little bit about getting back to fighting and stuff. And you said, if someone told you at the start of the year or in March or whatever that you'd have 2 fights this year, you would have been a happy man. So I assume, I know we'll talk about the fighting stuff later on, but to get 2 fights in this year, you must be delighted with that.
Yeah, delighted. I mean, don't think anybody knew what was going to happen this year once the global pandemic kicked everyone in the arse. So for me to be able to get 2 fights, like it really is a credit to Cage Warriors and the staff and how well they've organised all the 2 events that we've done. Obviously I'm only here since yesterday now, but everything's still running smoothly. Like it looks like it's going to be another flawless show, hopefully. So but like it's a credit to them and how well they run shows and how devoted and determined they are to getting their fighters fights and keeping the ball rolling. And it's great. It's look, as I said, it could have been a year where nobody got fights and we could be sitting at home in our arses doing nothing in a lockdown. So for me to be over here in London and doing what I love and getting to fight and put on a show, which is exactly what I want to do and what I love to do, is amazing. So I will take it and run with it, and the fact that I get 2 fights in is even better. So yeah, finish the year off on a high, and that's the plan.
Right, before we get into the MMA totally, I have to get a golf update. How's the golf going? I saw you out there like 2 days ago playing the golf. Yeah?
Good. I've been out every morning, man. Every morning. So I either try get out early and play like a quick 9 holes before training to get me up and get me out and like wake the body up, have a coffee, like have my porridge in the morning. Like I'm very routine, like as in I have the same breakfast every morning. I have like a protein shake, my vitamins, my porridge and a coffee. And then I'll go off and play golf. And I might get a coffee when I'm out in the golf course in case it's cold or something. I might bring a flask and just in case I want to sip, loads of water. And yeah, just little snacks, little fulfill bars and stuff just to have around the golf course, keep the body ticking over and keep it fueled. But I just really enjoy it, man. It's just headspace and getting out in the freedom of the golf course and just walking around playing golf. But I tell you, I had my best round of golf the day I flew. The morning I flew, I shot 3 over for 9 holes, so I'm delighted for that. I'm starting to notice my differences. So like my biggest problem was my wedges. I was terrible at wedges, and like literally the last 3 days I've watched loads of videos on YouTube on how to get better wedge shots, how to get better. And then I watched one with Phil Mickelson and he kind of broke it down. I was like, shit, I'm going to try that. And it's been working good. So I'll take it and run with it, and just hopefully it keeps getting better. Single figures by summer. That's my plan. I'm off 12.6. I think it moved up. See, the new handicap system is a bit messed up. It moved down up to 14.3, but like either way, it's still down like 13, 14 shots.
You've only been playing how long have you been playing? Less than a year?
14 weeks. 14 weeks.
Mad.
Because like I played pitch and putt and I didn't like that at the start of in summer with my mates. I much preferred the idea of golf. Went out, played a couple of rounds. My mate was like to me, there's a savage deal out in Donabate. If you don't join it, you're an idiot, because I'm out playing golf. Like I have a job to do and I've training to, like I need to keep progressing. I'm not getting sick going out and playing golf. I absolutely love golf, and I'll try like golf is literally something I'm trying to get into my daily routine. But not at the expense of getting sick or going out in the cold and risking any potential illnesses or anything. So, but yeah, I just love it. I think it's a kind of a numbers thing as well. Like I like to see myself getting like progressively getting better, and also I just enjoy the idea of hitting a good fucking shot and going,
it's addicting.
I can control it. So yeah,
everyone that plays golf is like, I need to be good at it. Like, that's what it was.
Yeah, I do, and I also want to be better than all my mates. So that's it. Again, it's like fighting. If I'm going to do something, I want to be fucking good at it.
Be the best at it. Yeah.
Look, we'll get to like pro-ams when I get to the UFC and I start getting a really big profile. We'll start getting to those pro-amateur competitions. And we'll do the charity events, and I'll start smoking, lads.
Yeah,
yeah.
Nice.
We'll get there in time.
Come here. There's a question I want to ask you, and maybe this is a nonsense question, but I want to ask you. There's been a lot of talk this week, right, about Dublin GA, and it's been, like you say, your age group coming up now. Lots of like coaches and lots of good things. And I know you played a lot of GA in your youth coming up. Do you think like being in such a good system with like such good coaching and such like good competition on the way up actually helped you, like even playing golf and coming into MMA, that like maybe you have a different level of strength and conditioning, a different level of athleticism because of that coaching coming up, and like someone maybe outside of Dublin wouldn't have something as good as that maybe? I stumped you. That's a good question. I like it. It's a good question or a bad one?
It's a good one. I'm just trying to think of the correct answer, because I don't think anyone's athleticism will be changed on anybody else's accord other than their own. Like, you will be as athletic as you are, and you'll grow as hard as you work. Mm-hmm. I think opportunities in Dublin may arise easier to people due to the fact that the population is bigger. Mm-hmm. There's more opportunities for different strength and conditioning coaches, different ideas. There's more people in the bubble, say, in the group. So maybe that's the aspect. There's just more opportunities. However, I don't think it would, like, I was, like, for example, in my point of view, I was always like good at sports. I was always naturally good at sports. Any sport I do, I'm fairly decent at, and I can compete to a better than average standard if I wanted to. Obviously, the ones I like, I do very well in. But I don't think that has anything to do with other people's. I think maybe certain like take an aspect from certain coaches and having coaches kind of different developments may potentially add certain kind of mental strengths. Like, for example, like you learn different tools off different people, and that may not just be physical attributes. That may be like mental traits. As in like my coach, I absolutely love him. I haven't seen him in God knows how long, and I'd love to see him. Liam Ski Mullen used to be a European boxing champion. Was about in his 60s when I was in boxing, and he took a massive liking to me when I walked in the gym, and he was like, "This kid's special," and he would always call me in and do pads and develop my skills. But he always used to. I was a bit of a mouthy fucker.
You aren't.
I mean, as if that doesn't surprise anybody.
Indeed.
But like, even if coaches would come in and say something to me, I'd be like, no, and they'd be like, do you know the way boxing's quite disciplined? Don't speak back to me. I'm like, this is me. I don't care who you are. I'm gonna talk if I want to, and I'm also quite soft. Like I've said this many times. I'm not in any way ever claiming to be a tough man or a hard man. I'm quite an emotional person, as in like don't want to sound like I'm basically I'm quite in touch with my emotions. I'm soft, as in like if I get upset, I'll get upset. I don't get upset easily, but like if someone says something to me and I'm not happy with it, like I'll think about it, or like it'll affect me, and like it'll benefit me because it makes me stronger, and I'll use it as motivation most of the time. And if I'm not happy with it, I will say it straight to your face, right? But like he was always teaching me like, forget about it, don't worry about it, like just let it go over your head. If he could be having a bad day, just don't let his day ruin yours. By his snide little comments and stuff like that, and just little things. And he always used to just try to keep me quite calm. And I think that's literally like been clearly evident through my whole life, because I am very energetic and ADHD, and I am this bunny, like energized bunny. But at the same time, I'm also not. Like, I kind of like to sit on my own and chill in my room a lot of times. I like to sleep. I like to go out and play golf on my own. I like to sit in my house and watch TVs and episodes on my own. I'm a loner at the same time. And maybe that's from like his teaching. So I think maybe aspects from different coaches, and having more coaches easily accessible. And yeah, I think that may be a potential. But I also think, like, for example, like when you're talking about GA, you're, especially in Dublin, or GAA, should I say, GAA in Dublin, you're talking about the population. There's a lot more people in Dublin. lot more clubs, a lot more people living here. So there's more clubs, more teams, more development. Whereas you get out to bleeding Carlow. Do you know what I mean? There's not as many, nowhere near as many people, not as many clubs. Do you know what I mean? Might have to travel a far distance to get to your, might have to travel an hour to get to your closest club. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of stuff. And also, what else are you meant to do in Carlow? Do you know what I mean? They grab a ball, they go out and stick around and puck a ball together. Do you know what I mean? So like, again, that could be more of a reason for them to be successful in a certain thing, because they're the best all the time because they've nothing else to really do. Do you know what I mean? I know that doesn't
what did Carlow do?
You know what I mean? I don't mean Carlow. I just mean in general. Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
I get what you mean.
But that's why you see the likes of Kilkenny and like Limerick and Clare all have like good hurling teams.
Don't be attacking Limerick now. Don't be attacking Limerick now.
No, I'm not attacking anyone. I'm speaking good about them.
Yeah, thanks.
As in, like, they always have good hurling teams because, like, they just get out and poke a ball because, like, what else are they do? Like, Dublin has so much more opportunities than other counties, but I don't know if it benefits. If you know what I'm trying to, if you get what I'm trying to get across.
Hurling as well. When we get off to Jay in a second, but hurling's more of a skill game, I think. Like, football is the thing. It's you can more easily transfer to football if like you're really fit.
If you're a big strong lad, if you're a big strong fit lad, you can play centre back.
Yeah, 100%. Like hurling, you can play. You
can play centre back, or you can play full back, and you can dominate the pitch and win the high ball and big a big shoulder, boot the ball up. Yeah, 100%.
Come here to me. Here's another question I want to ask you. We talked about it on the podcast a while. And we talked about like yourself and the other young Irish fighters coming up, and I think that was always said about fighters in Ireland and in the UK and all over Europe really was that kind of they needed to go to America or they needed to go to the other parts of the world. Now, I think that's adjusted a bit because obviously a lot of good training has come here and everything like that. But I know you were over in the UK for a while training, and is that something you want to do? You know, you said there are different coaches. I'm sure Chris Fields, I'm sure Tom King, your GA coaches have all helped you. Do you think that's a thing where, obviously not leaving your own gym, but maybe training with other people, getting different looks, doing other things will help you as well in your
yes. 100%. And this is something Chris is on board with. He's said it to me multiple times. Like he's up to the idea of me going away to different gyms and learning, because I'm the type of guy who learns quite fast. So like you'll show me something and I'll work on it for the next 3 days and then it's in my game and that's it. I don't need to work on it again because I'll just remember it, and then I'll hit it when I need to. I'll do whatever it is. Yeah. It'll just find a way to bring it into my game. Fucking this hand movement here. I don't know what the fucking hell. Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off. So, and he's always been like, yeah, I'll go away. So like basically I went over to Colchester to train with James because Chris was meant to fly away for his fight. Obviously that didn't happen. So I had already sorted out going over to Colchester and training with James and a load of jiu-jitsu guys. Just to get different reads, and I knew I wasn't going to have that many head bodies in the gym because a couple of lads are injured and stuff like that, and I knew when Chris was going to train, it died down a little bit, and I didn't want to have to be the guy to open up the gym and look after people, and not that I in any way would be, but like
preparing for a fight.
If because Chris wouldn't want me to be in charge. If I'm getting ready for a fight, he'd make someone else do it. But like I'd also feel like, right, if Chris isn't here, like I'll look after stuff, shit like that. Like I'm not saying I'm a coach in any way. I don't ever want to be a coach. Like I help my mates whenever they want. But my fight is my fight, and I didn't want to have to kind of be there for other people. I wanted to be there for me, and I wanted to. This is where I'm quite selfish. So I was like, right. And I text Chris, I was like, look, I'm thinking about going over for Webby, get some training with a lot of the high level grapplers over there. And there's going to be heavier bodies than what I have here, more like different reads, different styles, different games, just to get some training. He was like, yeah, 100%, definitely. And it's something I'm going to add in more regularly, is getting away. And I wanted to do it this year after every fight I had this year. I wanted to go away for 2 or 3 weeks and potentially training in different parts of the world, and learn different aspects of different people and people I look up to and people that I think are are amazing in what they do, and even if it's just one thing, even it's just like I was talking to Dan Strauss earlier on, the Raspberry Ape. You know Dan, yeah?
Yeah, he did the commentary and
yes. So he's a high level grappler, and I was like to him, you need to show me your guillotine sequences. And he was like, yeah, cool, man. I'm like, because I know he likes them. We've had a chat about them. I'm like, I want to see what you do differently that other people don't do. And then see if I like it. And if I like something, I might try it. Just little things like that. People I respect and people I think that like have proven themselves. And I'm always up to learning. This is the main thing in this game in MMA. Is never know too much. You can never complete MMA. No one can be like Jay. Complete it, mate. Do you know what I mean? You're always going to evolve and grow. And even if you are at the top of your game, like a John Jones, he still changes his style, change what he does. He's currently doing it now is on the heavy, changing himself because he knows to prove he can't just be the same John Jones. So stuff like that, you can always learn more. You can always get better. And the problem is some people think, oh, I don't need to change. I'm good at what I do. Yeah, you're not me. Like you can always grow. And that's a mental toughness as well. You need to always be aware that you can grow, you can learn, you can get better no matter what. Like goal is if I can wake up and train more and for this fight, I've been training less, but more at the same time. It's mad. Like I've been doing anywhere near as like aggressive training, or like I'm not training 3 times a day as much as I was, but I'm learning more. I'm fitter. I'm stronger. I'm in the best shape I've been in, and this isn't all this bullshit. Like, oh, I'm bigger, faster, stronger, fitter. Like I'm genuinely am. Like I'm growing. Like as a fighter, as a person, as a man, I'm growing slowly. And when it comes to MMA, I'm just so conscious of how fast I'm learning stuff, and that's probably one of the biggest differences between me and a lot of people. A lot of people think they're learning because they're going to class and they're listening to the techniques and they're doing them, but they're not actually taking it all in. Not that they're not, maybe they just don't pick it up as fast as I do, and that's something I think that I do really well. And it's clearly evident because I can see it when I'm training. Like I add something into my game quite instantly once me and Chris talk about it, and it's So
is that something? So you're looking. I know, like you were on Twitter earlier on in the week, and you're kind of saying you're a little bit disappointed with, which is the first mistake. You're a little bit disappointed with the matchup, but are you looking at it as more like of an opportunity, as you were talking about there, like an opportunity to improve, an opportunity to move forward, more than anything else, I suppose?
Yeah, just to clarify, like I'm not disappointed in the matchup. Like at the end of the day, like I was saying to you during the week, like I'm fighting another man who wants to beat me. Like it's not going to be easy. Like he's not going to let me win. Do you know what I mean? He's not going to do that. But what I mean is, I was hoping for better. Fight. He's twice as many pro fights as me. So he's experienced. The 5-4 record, I'm not blown away by. I'm not happy with it. But he said yes. A lot of guys have said no, and a lot of guys will continue to say no. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's game. Now I don't know whether that's smart on his half or stupid on his half, and that's not anything aimed at him. Like, I just mean, I don't know what way I think about that. Does he think he can beat me? Is he that tick to think that 4 guys have already beaten him and he thinks he can beat me? Or is he being smart and sees something in my game that he thinks he can beat me? Do you know what I mean? So it's not that I'm disappointed in it. I just would have hoped, like we had agreed to fight someone with a much better record, and that didn't happen. Now, I'm not saying that person. I'm not like, I know who that. Again, you know, I'm not the type of person to badmouth or shame people about this, especially someone who I respect. But that didn't happen, and I don't think that was anything to do with him. I think that was just other things fell into place in different ways, and that's fine.
Who was
but
it?
Like, No, it doesn't matter.
I had to ask.
Of course you did. You wouldn't be doing your job if you didn't. But he had a good record.
Mm-hmm.
He had a good record. He had double-digit wins. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't, and he is about the same loss as this guy. So better record. Do you know what I mean?
12 and 4-ish.
You can imagine. You can take anything you want from that. I'm not saying anything.
Andy Stevens will be out looking up to the
possible outcomes as to who turned down Ian Garry. Nobody turned me down. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
But there was someone named, and Chris had said yes to it,
mm-hmm.
and it didn't end up happening, and that's fine. I'm not. But then when I got the other opponent, which is Lawrence, who I'm fighting next,
mm-hmm.
I was just a bit annoyed.
Yeah.
But not anything towards him, because what I had in my head. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, here's what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. He's going to come out. He's going to be standing across that cage, and he's going to try and knock me out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Or he's going to try beat me, whatever. He might try take me down. He might try sub me. He might try do anything, whatever way. He is going to come out and try and beat me. And I know that.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, I'm not like, I can't overlook the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something that I've seen a lot of people were saying, like, oh, will Ian Garry overlook this guy? Will Ian Garry take him for granted? No, I'm not taking him for granted, because it's my job to not take him for granted. It's my job to do the work, put the work in, put the hard work in, and be ready to fight this guy. And that's it.
Do you see any technical aspects?
And I respect him for taking the fight. I respect him for taking the fight, because a lot of people didn't. So you've got to give him that. Like, the guy's game. End of.
Do you see any technical aspects in his game? Like, I watched a few of his fights, and we were talking about on the podcast, so there's no point me denying it. Like, he's powerful. He's a powerful guy, like a small, squat, big power, big legs, and him control power. But other than that, like, if you look at your skills versus his skills, I'm not just saying it because you're here. I said on the podcast as well, they don't really match up. Like, is there anything you see from his game? I know you watch your opponents and guys as well that is a problem, or that you respect.
Well, Chris, that's. I'm not mad about watching people, because like, this isn't anything to do with people. Just most fights I watch are shy. I don't like them. And I'm not talking about specific opponents. I'm talking about fights in the UFC as well.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
There's just some exchanges. I'm like, oh, that is fucking dreadful. Do you know what I mean? And that's nothing to do with them. That's just because I'm coached well and I see things differently. And that, again, that's back on Chris having great, like, coaching me so well and me understanding everything so well. That's kind of just, should have done this and this. Yeah, well, he didn't, because he's in a fucking fight. And that's kind of me doing what other people do when they're sitting at home on their couch texting going, oh, like, Ian Garry shouldn't have got hit with that shot, or Ian Garry should have done this. It's like, yeah, mate, right? Well, I'm in the fucking fight doing what I feel is right in the moment, right? Why don't you get up off your arse and try fucking do it against another trained killer? Do you know what I mean? Shut your fucking mouth, right? Shit like that. And I'm doing that when I watch fights as well. Do you know what I mean? So you can never judge someone on that. So, like, here's nothing to do with my opponent. Every person I fight, I'll have an avenue for victory. In whatever way we want, Chris will have a game plan, and either I stick to it or I don't.
You get killed afterwards.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? It depends. It all depends on how I feel, what I feel in that fight, what I do. Do you know what I mean? Like, he could come out and be swinging bombs, and me going, all right, if he wants to swing at me, then let me fucking swing back. If you think you're going to swing at me, I'm gonna catch you. Do you know what I mean? He could come out and try to take me down and go, oh, you think you can take me down? I'm going to take you down. Do you know what I mean? No. There's so many different aspects of a fight. I'm ready for anything he has to throw at me, and I'm hoping I'm assuming he's in the exact same mindset, because no man's going to take a fight and want to lose or be okay with losing. It's just not how we are. So I'm ready for anything. I have a plan. I have a way that I want this fight to go, and if it goes the way I want it to go, it's going to be pretty bad.
Should be fun.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah. Look, I'm looking forward to the fight. It should be fun anyway. Like, I think he's an exciting style, whatever you want to say about him. You're an exciting style, so it should be a fun fight. Come here.
Well, like, here's the thing. Con could come out and throw a right hand and crack me and make me do a stanky leg. Do you know what I mean?
He could, yeah.
So, like, you never know. Do you know what I mean? You never know. Like it's fighting. At the end of the day, my nan puts on 4-ounce gloves. She could swing at me and knock me out. You know what I mean? The 4-ounce gloves with a guy who's probably walking back in there about 80 kilos minimum. Do you know what I mean? He hits me. It's not going to be nice. That's why I don't get hit that much. Do you know what I mean?
Keep that pretty
I don't
face.
get hit that much. Exactly. Like this is my 11th, 12th fight. 12th fight, and I've no marks, not one. Touch wood. Because I'm pretty good at not getting hit.
Well, at times now. You got it once or twice now, in fairness.
I heard you commenting on it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Left hands. I heard you saying you caught with a couple of left hands. Did you watch back the replay on that?
Well, go on, tell me what was wrong.
4 that actually landed.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
4. One was like that. It was a nice jab from him. It was a nice switch stance jab. That was lovely. I was like, all right, okay, fair enough. You know. And then the ones when I was throwing the leg kicks, I knew they were going to happen. Yeah. So like, I knew I wasn't going to knock out because I was committed to it, and he wasn't fast enough. I knew that. So they were okay, but I don't get hit a lot. You can ask the lads in the gym. Literally, it's my best trait is not getting hit. So, I want to get in and get into a brawl. Me and Leon, he'll be like fucking and into as well.
Jesus.
And just bouncing each other's chin up in the air, like not caring, going, I'm not backing out with this one first. Let's see who pulls out. Most of the time it's me going, I'm not staying here. I'm not staying here with Chris. He's gonna start throwing knees now, and
Jesus.
those big heavy leg kicks, and I'm like, I'm already shivering. My legs. So that's
not what you want, is it?
No, not that. Man, his leg kicks are a
oh God.
Every time I'm sparring, I'm like, don't get kicked. Don't get kicked in the leg.
Keep her distance. Keep her distance.
Just don't kick me in the leg. I'm either all the way in or all the way out. Just don't get kicked in the leg. Don't get kicked in the leg. And he kicked me in the leg. Oh fuck, that hurt. Cool. So I'm just like I'm excited for this weekend. I'm excited to see this, and especially the night of fights. The second main card that I'm on is ridiculous. Joe, me, Paul, Jack Brandt, Morgan Sherry, like that is a sick lineup. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, the other lads, I just mean like we're all in the red corner. Like that's one side of the fights. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Like, so it's a great night of fights, and obviously me, Joe, and Paul. Do you know what I mean? Sitting there, 3 Irish lads. That's fucking great.
Come here. Last two things here, and away from the fight. The celebration after the last fight, the second I saw, I think it was Podrick tweeted, yeah. So that was the young lad for, was it Argentina or Brazil or something in the World Cup? It's like, where did that come? Also, you walked out to the Arctic Monkeys as well, didn't you? I was like, okay, if I wasn't a fan before, I'm a fan now. I love. Where did the idea come? Did you do that naturally, or had you planned to do that like from before the fight? Not, I assume.
Planned it. Yeah. I told the lads I was going to do for Ace, so that's my favorite gift. Like, it literally works for anything. Like, it does. It's so funny if you be like, "Where are you?" and like, I'll just be like, "On the way," and then send that gift. Anyone, like my best mate, right? If I'm ever just driving around and I see him, I like literally like while I'm driving, just be like that, and I'll just go in the middle of the car, and he'll do it back, and it's fucking brilliant, and like I absolutely love it, and people didn't get it, but like if anyone who got it, anyone who knew the gift got it, and it was just funny, and I might do it again. I'll see. It's like an in the moment thing. I don't know. I might change it, but I think I might just do the same. And I'm walking out to RU again.
You'll have to do a different GIF for like everyone. You'll have to do like the Homer Simpson.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that. I was thinking about doing the you know your man from Blades of Glory, the blonde fella. There's a gif of him dancing, and I was thinking about doing that, but then I was like, this is so good.
That was.
It's just so funny. So basically, that's staying. The walkout tune is staying. This is the first time I'm keeping a walkout tune. I think.
Do you know what you need to walk out then? This is the last thing here. It's coming up to Christmas now, you know. and I heard you singing.
Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a Christmas, have a happy holidays.
I was going to ask you for Black Velvet Band because you were singing it yesterday. Like, we need an old song, no?
Yeah, no, I'm sticking to the Arctic Monkeys. It gets me in a good zone.
Yeah.
It gets me in a good. I just like it. Down, I'm a puppet on the string, Tracy Island, time traveling, time we couldn't shake our way. I just down. It just captures you.
Yeah,
it's just a good song.
It's brilliant.
It's like if I walked out to like, Do I Want to Know?
Brian's song be a good one too. There's some good Arctic Monkeys.
There's so many good tunes. Yeah, and I've just been listening to them so much lately because they're just so good, and I'm sharing them all of my stories because like knee socks and all. They're just fucking unreal. But they get me quite in the mood for training and stuff like that. And I don't know, there's just some songs like I was only explaining downstairs earlier on to Joe McColgan how like my taste in music is mad. It's completely weird. Like I was saying to Joe, like I can't wait to learn how to play the piano because I taught myself and I was like, nah, I'm just gonna mess it up. If I try teaching myself, I want to get taught by someone and go through it and learn the basics. Like, but I just love to be able to sit there and sing like those slow, sad piano songs. They're my favorite because I love singing. Like,
bit of Billy Joel or something.
Like John Legend, Lewis Capaldi, like
Dermot Kennedy, Troy Man.
Yeah. You got the power over me.
Yeah, we'll have to do Come on, we'll have to do a music podcast one of these days.
Absolutely, yeah. We just sit there. I'd love to see. Here's the thing. I'd love to walk out to like a traditional Dublin song, like a traditional Irish song.
Have to be Luke Kelly, like.
See, I'm friends with Damien Dempsey, like.
Oh, I love them. Rocky Road, get him to sing.
So, yeah. See, I love Damo. So, like when we were growing up, my dad's good friends with Damo, and like I've always been listening to him in the car and stuff like that. Like I've heard songs that he's released that have never gone out, like because they were like. Yeah, there was loads of stuff like I remember like I haven't heard loads of the songs. I was playing them a couple of weeks ago. It's like, have you ever heard the one Bangad?
Yeah.
It's a bad time, God. Come back tomorrow night. Like shit like that. I'm like, that's a fucking tune. But like I'd love to walk out to like Negative Vibes or like
if you ever get to find
Patience.
New York, Apple Eye.
He's so good.
He's class.
I'd love to get him to sing because he's so emotional and so into it as well. He is one of the best people you'll see live. Like just the way, he's just so greedy, and he gets into it. Like he's a great entertainer. He's a great performer. And he's a proper true dub, like you can hear it in his voice and the raspiness of him. So like maybe eventually potentially I'll see can I swing him if we ever do like an MSG and we're doing a Connor getting Sinead O'Connor to come in and sing, do you know what I mean? Which was easily the best walkout in UFC history. Like that shit was, well, from an Irish point of view, obviously, because it's just phenomenal what happened. Like but yeah, like shit like that, like I don't know, maybe that'll ever happen. But like there's loads of songs I'd love to like obviously the Dubliners are like you see best. People like so like I think if I was gonna ever do it, I'd have to do it with like a Damo song because I absolutely love them. And just like Patience, it's just patience, give me some of that sweet patience, Lord. I'll keep my eye on the goal. We'll take a few slugs and the kiss sort of come back at you, I'm gonna catch. See, it's good.
It's brilliant.
I don't know. I prefer something that just kind of takes over me. So like, there's loads. That's what kind of Arctic Monkeys do and shit like that. So like, yeah, music. A lot of people talk about the walkout tunes. Like I know I've heard Chris. It's like it's a walkout tune. Why is that the most important part? It's not. It's not the most important part. But for me, it's the song I get to choose that puts me in a zone that then will make me ready for when I'm in the cage. So like. If I like, when stadiums open back up and we can get fans in, like when I can get like a couple of thousand like supporters into a room, like I'm walking out to give me a man after midnight. Want somebody help me take this shot, you know?
Yeah.
Like get like have the whole room grooving. It'd just be so funny. There's not a soul out there. No one to hear my praise. Give me something to get the fans excited as well. Like have a laugh. It's like again, I'm an entertainer at the same time. Like I'm a competitor, true and true. But I also have the entertainment aspect where I'm good at media. I'm good at talking on the mic. I like to get the fans into it. Like when I'm sitting there like in Cork and everyone's going, like that, go on. Right, and everyone, I feel like I'm in the UFC or I feel like I'm in WWE, be like, you can't handle the truth. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what you think.
You'll have to get the microphone after this and sing a song now or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Do a Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
I met my love. Could you imagine the scenes if we had like
with no one in the crowd?
UFC Dublin? No, obviously it has to be a crowd. UFC Dublin or Cage Warriors Dublin. They come back to the Tree Arena. Ian gets on the mic. It's like, Ian, what an amazing performance. Give me that mic. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I met my love. And then everyone's like, by the gasworks wall. Everyone's like, oh, it'd be unbelievable. The scene. Yeah, everyone. There's not an Irish person alive that would sing that song if they were pissed in a stadium.
Absolutely.
It would be, it's like Zombie. Do you know what I mean? When Ashley Daly walked out, everyone just gets in it. It's like, yeah, everyone wants it. And I'm saying Ash because that was the best.
It was. Well, the original is always the best. They're all good though, in fairness.
Yeah, like I'm not arguing. Like Peter Creeley walks out and it's dead.
Brilliant, yeah.
But like Ash's one was pretty fucking special. Like even like Darren Till now talking about, like that's pretty like even with the Sweet Caroline, like shit just clicks and something like that. Like it's good. So I don't know. I mean, I like at the same time I'm a fighter, I'm an entertainer, and I think of everything at the same time. Like I'm a competitor, I'm an entertainer, I'm a fighter. It all comes into one.
Indeed.
Yeah, and you gotta balance it all out and do it right, and do it well.
You do, Ian.
I do it well. I know that.
Thank you very much. I've kept you like a half an hour longer than I was supposed to. But fucking anyway, it was good. It was good crack. Best of luck.
What did you expect? It's fucking me. I talked to you for hours. What do you expect? Like,
sure. Thank you very much, Ian. Best of luck on Saturday night. And everyone tune in. Cage Warriors is on UFC Fight Pass Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Ian's fighting Saturday. So best of luck, Ian. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Cheers, man. Thank you.